Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my platform. Those of you that are returning, those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is Astraea Love, and I'm going to be doing a reading for you guys today. So I hope everybody has had a good day wherever you're at in the world. If you guys could like this video, I would greatly appreciate it. Please and thank you. Share this content. Let other people know about it. If you're watching this in real time, I hope you're wearing green. It is St. Patrick's Day. So we're going to talk about a little bit about that. But not too much. I mean, we're just going to kind of see what the energy is with luck and everything like that. Oh, welcome back, Phoenix Empress. I hope you're having an awesome day. Okay, so let's just jump right into the prayer. We're calling upon the Most High God, the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ, the Ascended Masters, our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, and our guardian angels and our spirit guides. And we're asking that they put a protective shield around us. First of all, uncloaking this platform and uncloaking us so that we can be seen by the people that need to see and hear this message. But also, we would just like to ask to be protected during this reading and, oops, I mean, knock that over, and that nothing would negatively impact or interfere with this reading any type of way. I pray for the highest light. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you as well. The highest knowledge. If you're watching this in real time, again, know that my readings are timeless. So whenever you get to this reading, there's going to be messages in here for you. I suggest that you watch all of the readings on both platforms. I have this platform and I have another platform called the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. You guys want to check both of those out. But we just want to say thank you, God, for everything that you do. Thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you for everything that you are going to do. We love you. We love you. We love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And all honor, glory, worship, and praise goes to the Most High for everything that I do. And to my higher self, your higher self, which is God. Amen. Okay, so by watching my readings, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled, please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my readings, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes no bullying me, anybody in the comments, or anybody in the chat. Okay. All right, so before we get into the reading, we're going to talk about the two books that are in the description box below. All right, so the first book, this link, well, the links to these books and this deck of cards is in the description box below. But the first book is called The Truth of God. It's an advanced intuitive living workbook. Now, this book has saved my life. Like, I will tell you that I grew up in religion and it didn't really foster for me. Like, well, being in religion, sorry, I have got to fix my hair. It's annoying me. Especially when I have to look at it. Being in religion, like, it just didn't foster for me an actual spiritual connection with God or with Jesus. Obviously, I think because it was always like focusing on something outside of the self. That's where I think it went wrong. But, you know, I'm not telling people to disregard religion, stop. Hell no. The bump on the side. No, I'm not telling people to not go to church or anything like that. I'm just telling you my experience. I grew up as a psychic child, which means that my gifts and abilities have always been working. And, you know, I didn't always have, like, until I learned what they were, I didn't know what was happening. And so I only had one lens to look through, and that was like religion. And that lens was like either, you know, whatever you're going through, it's either Jesus or it's the devil. And that's just like not true. Okay. There's like so many realms of gray and other things like that. So anyways, so I felt basically trapped in the psychic realm. I felt trapped in my ego and I couldn't rise above the things that were going on and I could not explain them or like describe them because I was so terrified. Sorry, you guys, 1 second. I need to find something to unalive this insect with. Piece of shit. Sorry, y'all. Okay. My face gets real serious. It's like, oh no. And it's funny that, I was in here writing before, didn't see not one damn insect. The moment that I start the reading, here these little fuckwads come. Hell to the no with that. Okay, so like I was saying, or I was trying to say before, little insect decided to pop its head up like that. And you know what? If they didn't want to die, they would literally stay away from me. But it just shows me that they clearly want me to kill them because they keep trying to, land on me and stuff. Not cool. Okay. So the truth of God has many techniques in it. All right. But the techniques that I use every day, well, actually, the other day I used I'm gonna read the joy, love, grounding technique so that we can just do this technique really quick. Okay, with eyes closed or open, bring your attention to your third eye. Your third eye is right here. While taking an inward breath, feel the energy coming from the core of the earth. Bring it up through the base, your root chakra, and up to the heart. At the same time, feel the energy coming down through the crown chakra and bring it into the heart. While exhaling, feel that energy that had been brought to the heart chakra and send it down through the base chakra into the earth, and then repeat. So that's one way that you can ground your energy instantly. This book talks about prayer. It talks about frequency. It talks about vibration. It talks about how to create as God. Everyone and everything's higher self is God. So the God technique gives you the ability to rise above frequency-wise, vibration-wise, consciousness-wise, whatever's going on. So if you're experiencing a negative entity, something that doesn't feel good, the God technique is the one that you want to start with, right? Like anytime that something does not feel good to me, first I do the God technique, okay? Then I will do the joy versus anger technique. The joy versus anger technique gives you the ability to ask yes and no questions and get an immediate response back. So you're not just like saying a prayer or, sitting around waiting for some type of response from the external world. So you have an open communication with spirit. You can always be asking questions. And of course, if something doesn't feel good to me, I will be asking questions about what that is, why it's occurring, why is it showing up? Because I feel like our natural state of existence is to feel good, and anything that doesn't feel good is not natural. So that's my opinion. But so the joy versus anger technique works with clairsentience, which is the gift that everybody has. That's clear feeling. And that is like being able to, feel and know things, kind of like a gut feeling. It is a gut feeling, actually. It's like almost identical to that. So it works with what you already have. That's a good thing. It's more accurate than using a pendulum or muscle testing or anything like that. When you see me asking yes and no questions, so I think some people are like, is she asking us yes and no? When I'm like, who is this about? No, I'm using the joy versus anger technique. Just to let you guys know. And then also, when you see me doing compatibility, that also comes from this book. This book will teach you how to get compatibility on any subject, 1 being the lowest compatible, 10 being the highest compatible. And between figuring out what number compatibility it is and then using the joy versus anger technique, you should be able to come up with enough questions to figure out why the number is at what it is, right? Again, my natural skills and abilities just blend very well with these techniques. And so where like the other psychic that I work with, they are a master at asking the right questions that I would never even think of. But where they don't see things exactly the way that I do, I see things and hear things and stuff like that, which I think is actually the psychic road is much harder than the intuitive road. I can tell you that. So the good thing about the truth of God is you don't have to be psychic. You don't have to be intuitive even. I mean, obviously everybody has clairsentience, but you don't have to be super tapped in to use this book and for it to be effective. And it is written in, I want to say like grade school people can, whatever it's called, reading level. That's what it's called. It's like grade school reading level. Anybody can pick this book up and read it if you can read English. right? And then there is the mind technique, which is so important, you guys. Oh my gosh. The mind technique gives you the ability to ask, well, it gives you the ability to clear the mental and emotional baggage that you're dragging around with you that's creating, excuse me, whatever experience that you're going through, so that you don't have to keep going through. Well, first of all, we should be clearing our thoughts and our beliefs. The sun's going to come up tomorrow, whether you believe it is or not. And if you want to test it, go ahead and test it. That's a safe one to test. I mean, really, you can test all of your beliefs. You're going to find that none of them actually serve you. So getting rid of all of them. Sometimes we bind ourselves in such a way to thinking that we have to have like expectations. It's got to be a certain way. No, God will show us things that we could have never dreamed of. That's why releasing beliefs, thoughts, and expectations and control is like really important. And then there's what is called the preemptive strike in this book, where, you basically go through writing down all of the, I want to say, garbage and junk that you want to throw away mentally, all the belief systems that you have. And then you go through and you start using the mind technique to get rid of them. That way you're not drawing in the same experience, and that you don't have to go through the same lessons over and over again. And you can actually like, the good thing about affirmations is that what they do is, and when you do an affirmation, even if you have stuff in the background that's counteracting that affirmation, by you affirming something, you're putting your thoughts, it's creating a new neural pathway that was never there before. And so that's why affirmations are good, and they do work, but they take time. And so if you were to use the mind technique and then do affirmations, whatever you ask for would manifest instantly. It just will, without having it will manifest instantly without having that attachment to whatever belief that's counteracting what you're asking for. That's why it says somewhere in the Bible, when you pray, believe that you already have, or that you are receiving whatever it is that you're asking for. I'm just trying to drink this tea while it's warm. It's got honey in it, like local honey. And so I need to get my dose of bee pollen so that my allergies can fuck right off, to be quite honest. Like, allergy season hits and I'm like, what is this? No, thank you. Okay, so the link to that book is in the description box below. It is called The Truth of God, Advanced Intuitive Living Workbook. If you don't want to use the link in the description box below, you could probably go to your local bookstore and ask for them to request it for them to get, and they will be able to get it. It comes off of Amazon, and it is extremely cheap for the amount of help and the amount of life-changing, I'm not joking, my life completely changed. The amount of life-changing stuff that's in that book is well beyond worth whatever it is that it costs. I mean, seriously, it's well worth it. Okay, so the second book we're going to talk about is the book that I've written. But first, I want to talk about the original Rider-Waite deck. This exact deck, this is the original Rider-Waite. It's got the descriptions on the cards, right? For reverse and for upright meanings. I have this exact link to this book in the description box below. If you're interested in learning to read cards for yourself and for others, which I suggest that you do at some point in your life, if you want to expand your psychic abilities and your spiritual abilities, okay? If you don't care about that and you just want the reading, like, you can always just come to me and have a reading. But for those of you that do want to learn, if you learn the interpretations from these cards, from the original, you can go to any specialty deck like this Santa Muerte. And this one I use as an example because when I do readings with this deck, I have to go back to the originals, and because the pictures are so abstract. Like any other deck that's not the original Rider-Waite is written off of it's got the same structure as the original Rider-Waite, but it's got abstract pictures. So when you're given the abstract pictures, it's like, oh, okay, what is the card actually trying to say? If you know what the original interpretation of the card means, then you can use that interpretation with the abstract picture and then any other information that you pick up on. So we can dissect or divide, however you want to look at that, the tarot into two sections. The first section is the major arcana, okay? Major arcana cards are the major transitions, like the Emperor, the Empress, the Judgment, the Justice, the Chariot, the Lovers, the Hermit. I think I'm going to read from the Hermit today. So yeah, the Death, the Sun, the Star, the Moon, the World, all of that are the major arcana cards. The minor arcana cards include all the kings and queens, all of the pages, and then it also includes the aces, the tens, obviously the 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It includes those. And then it includes also the cups, swords, pentacles, and wands. And so, yeah, the cups are water, emotion, love. Pentacle represents money. Wand represents magic, putting things into motion. And the swords represents self-defense. So the book that I'm talking about that I've written, I didn't write it by myself. I wrote it with the Ars Goetia spirit Vassago. Vassago is a very in high demand spirit to work with right now. Like every time I say his name, he doesn't just show up. But if I ever have a question, I can be like, God and Vassago, I wrote this with the help of Vassago and with the help of God. And why I'm going to explain this to you, Vassago is such a master because the tarot, throughout your life as a human, you will experience every single card in the tarot deck. That is how it maps human consciousness. That's how it gives us the ability to see the past, present, and future. Okay. So this book starts off with a very long prayer, much longer than the one that I do at the beginning of this reading, with God and the Holy Spirit before you do, obviously, any of the readings. And then there is an initiation ritual with Vassago. You don't have to do that if you don't want to work with Vassago, but I suggest that you do because Vassago will help you to see things in the cards and pick up on things that you maybe were not able to see before. That's why I worked with Vassago. Well, God guide, obviously Vassago is a spirit guide to me, but God guided me towards Vassago when I was like, God I want to write, first of all, had no one to teach me how to read cards. I first started off doing readings just like with people face to face without any type of cards. I didn't even know about tarot cards when I first started doing readings. Then I started using pieces of papers and I would write everything down for that client before they would come in, and then I would write more stuff down and then we would go over that information. I would give them the paper. And then I came across oracle cards and I started working with oracle cards and I was like, gosh, this is great. They have great interpretations, but again, each oracle deck is like a theme. It doesn't map human consciousness the way that tarot does. And why I feel like, well, I started with oracle cards. They are softer. Okay. And then I went to using the Goddess Tarot, which was just the first tarot that I came across because I didn't know anything about tarot cards. And it was okay. But I wish I would have started with the original Rider-Waite, because then reading the Goddess Tarot and every other tarot deck would have been much easier for me. So when people would come into the metaphysical store that we worked at, again, I have a lot of experience in this type of stuff. We had an online shop where we were selling, it's called spirit keeping. Okay. People that keep spirits as companions, and they usually come inside of some type of like, I don't have a crystal skull sitting. Oh, I do have a crystal skull sitting right here. Ha, this is blue amber. Usually it's dusty. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So yeah, this is a crystal skull. These are one of the most ancient ways to communicate with spirits, right? And so this one right here has a being that is very similar to Thoth within it. And so when we had the crystal store, we had an online Etsy shop and we had a physical location. So all of the pieces, all of the runes, all of the pieces, like at one point we had crystal skulls that had Jesus and Mother Mary's consciousness in it. And so anyways, they're used for channeling. So Yeah, I've done a wide variety of things, from discerning the records and crystals, what comes with them, the energies, that type of thing. And then, of course, we would sell that online. And where was I going with this? Oh, okay. So then I got introduced to the original Rider-Waite Tarot eventually, okay, when I was working in the metaphysical store. And so when people would come in, I could just tell, like, they would be like, what deck should I start with? And some people, I would tell them to go to Oracle, because tarot can be very cutthroat, can tell you things that could hurt your feelings, or it could come through very sharply. Let's just say that. And I had had that experience before. So I would guide people towards whatever spirit showed me was going to be for their highest and best good. Now that I know what I know, it made writing this book so much easier about the tarot. So this book starts off with the prayer, the initiation, a 14 zodiac tarot card spread with 2 positions for each zodiac position, 2 card positions. So you'll shuffle the deck, you'll pull 2 cards for each position. One will be your south node, where your ego's at. One will be your north node, where your destiny's at. And then you'll look at both cards and you'll see what are the similarities, what are the differences, and how you can step into your destiny. The spell that goes along with that, and these are not spells that you can do on anybody else, they're only for you, is a psychic tarot zodiac spell. You actually work with the tarot card to connect with your own destiny, and it's extremely powerful. These spells, you can, and tarot card spreads, you can do them over and over again. And by the way, we wrote this book on the major arcana cards, which are the major transitions. So let's say you're having an issue with love, you could go straight to the Lover's tarot card spread. I would definitely do the tarot card spread before the spell. That way you can have all of the information that you need. So when you go to do the spell, if it has a personalized thing that you're going to put in it, like whatever issue or whatever it is, then you already know that information from doing the tarot card spread. So yeah, this has different tarot card spreads for each of the major arcana cards. I'm just going to go straight to the Hermit, though. Let's see what page that is on. Wherefore art thou, Hermit? Why is my eyes? Oh, here it is. Okay. 166. All right. So the Hermit tarot card spell is going to be to find one's own inner light. The Hermit tarot card spread basically goes into there we go. Okay, it basically goes into what the Hermit's about. So I'll read a little bit from the tarot card spread. So again, you're going to use this deck, all of the cards for each of the tarot card spreads. You can do them in order, or you can go through the book and pick whichever issue it is that you're working on. Let's say that you guys have a court case. I would go to the Justice tarot card spread, and I would do the Last Judgment one. Let's say you guys are worried about money. Depending on your gender or what you associate your energy, female or masculine, I would either go to the Emperor, the Empress, and then I would go to the Wheel of Fortune tarot card spread. So again, that's how this book works. You can use it one of 2 ways. You can either go from the beginning and do all of the tarot card spreads and spells to the end, or you can pick whichever one you feel drawn to at the time, or that you need assistance with. All right, so the Hermit is the number 9. The answer is no. The zodiac is Virgo. The Hermit represents the search for answers to life's problems. The Hermit goes within to find the guiding light that brings him out of the dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul is when you don't know who you are, don't know why you're here, don't know what you're supposed to do, and you feel completely lost. Just to let you guys know if you didn't know that. The Hermit withdraws from others to find answers to his questions. The Hermit card can predict a meeting with a psychic or a spiritual teacher / guru that will defend, inspire, and protect you. This card can also represent a possible vacation or sabbatical. It could just mean that you're taking a break from something. The Hermit follows his heart, not the crowd. So you'll pull one card for each position. I think I've already read the first two positions. So I'm going to read position 4, the magical wand that he's holding. The magical wand represents occult knowledge, spiritual study, and mastering meditation. Spiritual gifts and insights along with magical power can be revealed to you in the card that you pull for this position. How you perform in front of a crowd and how you are seen by others may also shine through the card that you are reading for this position. The magical wand helps you to understand how compatible you are with the occult. And all the people get afraid of the word occult. All it means is hidden knowledge. That's literally what occult is. But people associate it with, I'm not for sure what, but it means hidden knowledge. Okay. So yeah, you don't need to fear that word. I know, because it's got the word cult in it. It sounds scary, but it's really not. A magical wand helps you to understand how compatible you are with the occult and occult knowledge. How compatible you are with alchemy and manifestation also may be shown to you in the card that you pull for this position. Position number 5, I'll read that as well. The card that it's called the Hermit, which is this person right here. The card that you pull for this position will show you whether it would benefit you to go inward for the solution to all of your problems. If you have been projecting onto others, that may be reflected back at you in the card that you pull for this position. If you were to pull the Last Judgment Tarot card for this position, then you would know that you are projecting onto others and that you're not doing the work that's needed to go within and heal trauma from your past, heal from your past traumas. If you are surrounding yourself with people who do not benefit your higher life's purpose, or if you are wasting precious resources or time, that may come through the card that you pull for this position. Okay, I also want to read position number 6. The mystery of unknown philosophy. I like it. The card for this position will show you if you are putting your attention and focus in the right direction. If you're not hitting the mark, that may also be revealed in the card that you pull for this spot. If you pull the Hermit Tarot card for this position, you will know that you have unknown philosophy to either discover or explore. You will get a chance to look at different beliefs that are creating the framework of your mind. If you have fake friends in your life right now, you could pull the 3 of Cups Tarot card for any of the above positions, and that would be a double confirmation to you. So the Hermit Tarot card spells to find one's inner light. And I'm just going to give you a taste of, like, you obviously do a little, you smudge the card and stuff like that, which is you burn sage and Palo Santo, bless it, meditate on the card, on the energy of the card, because what we're doing is integrating the major arcana archetype energies. So I'm going to read the prayer that goes along with the Hermit card. I invoke, draw in, and evoke, draw out the Hermit archetype into my own being so that I may know who is for me and who is not for me. I ask that the Hermit aid me with all of the spiritual downloads that the source has for me. I am very grateful for the time that I spend with myself. I draw my inner awareness towards the Hermit with gratitude and appreciation. And then you'll do a little meditation, and it involves a candle, meditating on the candle. So you guys get the gist of this book, what it's doing, right? Hopefully I'm understanding it well enough. The Hangman Tarot card spread is to sacrifice things that are no longer serving you, not with a knife, but it's like getting rid of belief systems that are not for your highest and best good. Same thing with the death. The death does not always mean a physical unaliving. The Death Tarot card spell is to bring about an ending in something that you want to end. It could be a bad habit. It could be a way of thinking. It could be a pattern. It could be a place you're living at, whatever it is. It could be a job you don't want to be in anymore. The Star is to manifest a wish. Okay, so then in the back of the book, I have a compendium of knowledge of what it could mean when you get more than one of the major arcana cards coming out next to each other. So if you were to get the Hermit card and another card coming out like next to each other, I would go and look up each card individually in the back and see if that card combination shows up. Okay. And that way, and then obviously use your intuition, but to see if that's what it means or if it means something else. And again, I do take notes when I see new card combinations that I've never seen before. If I ever end up writing a book on the minor arcana cards, it would be a much longer book. Oh my gosh, my editor would be like, thank you. I already have so many other books that are like my editor is like, okay, one at a time, please. Okay, so I'm going to read from the Hermit. In the back, if you pull the Hermit and then the Eight of Swords, it could indicate that prism time will be issued, or that it may be needed to rectify a situation. If you pull the Hermit card and then the High Priestess card, it could indicate that you are a self-practicing witch or that you initiate yourself. If you pull the Hermit tarot card and then the Hierophant card, it can indicate that the Hierophant can be a trusted guide. If you pull the Hermit and the Lover's card, it could indicate that someone likes to keep their love life private. If you were to pull the Hermit card and then the Chariot card, it can indicate that someone does not like to drive, or that they cannot drive due to some form of restriction, or they shouldn't drive. It could also represent a DUI, so I would be aware of that. Again, be asking more questions when you're pulling these cards. If you were to pull the Hermit and then the Temperance card, you will know that you're dealing with a very powerful person. When you pull the Magician and the Hermit card, it could indicate that someone is a solitary witch or practices spirituality on their own. And then it just keeps going and going and going with the different combinations that could come out. But I want you guys to just understand the way that this book works. You can use these tarot card spreads and spells to solve any issue in your life. That's why I started with the major arcana cards. And if you do the initiation and prayer with Vassago and God at the beginning, you really can't go wrong at all. So, all right, you guys, the links to those books and to this deck of cards is in the description box below. When you have some time and money to invest in yourself, I would go ahead and do so. Okay. All right. And if you want to read for other people, let's say you want to have a girls' night and have your friends come over, you could let your friends go through the book and pick whatever tarot card spread like that they want you to read for them. And then you could, help them, because the Vassago tarot card spreads and spells, Vassago has literally guided me on how to use my abilities, how to expand, and how to access higher knowledge, and then also how to understand the interpretation of the tarot. Oh, your friends. Yes, you can. Yeah, absolutely. Just let you guys know, if you have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 super chat with your question, and I will pause the collective reading and I will answer your question, and I'll set a 20-minute timer. So yeah, just to let you guys know, I don't think I said that at the beginning, but I did want to talk about, leprechauns and St. Patrick's Day, just briefly. St. Patrick, I don't know if you guys know this, but St. Patrick came to Ireland, which is an island, as a slave. Well, as a child slave, okay? And he ended up gaining his freedom afterwards. But St. Patrick didn't. He's known for getting rid of the snakes off of Ireland. We're not talking about actual snakes. What he was considering snakes was like people that worshipped Mother Gaia, druids, people. That's why green, Mother Gaia, druids, people that were healers and stuff like that. Medicine women, medicine men, that type of energy. So that is some information about St. Patrick's Day. Now, leprechauns, and of course, that's what Catholicism integrated into what they already were celebrating, which was like a nature day. Leprechauns, they exist all over the world. They in different forms. In the state of Utah, they're called duendes. In different places in the world, they're called sometimes gnomes, different types of things. They can be positive, they can be negative. There's a little bit of folklore about leprechauns, but they can also be very mischievous. They're nature spirits, but I haven't had a negative experience with one, but I have seen them before. I have seen them before, and it was in nature. I wasn't scared. But when I used to have my stepdaughter and she was really little, every St. Patrick's Day, we would like set out a little like leprechaun trap. And then in the middle of the night, I would go trigger the trap like a leprechaun came in. So that was our fun little game. But yeah, you guys will have to let me know what you think about leprechauns and all of that. I think it's pretty interesting. Yes, happy Tuesday, you guys. You know that story. Good. Good. Okay, so make sure that the chat is all up to date. I think I have to turn on the fan. I'm like, I try it without the fan. I want my tea to stay warm, but then my tea gets cold and it's at the point where now it's no longer hot. Okay. All right. So, yes. So, also, there are symbols of good luck, just to let you guys know. I was writing about this the other day. Horseshoes. Horseshoes are good luck. If you hang a horseshoe above your entranceway into your house, that's a sign of good luck. If you ever find a 4-leaf clover, also a very good sign of good luck. Oh, okay. Will your brother ever reunite with your parents and you again? Okay, this is me assuming that your brother is alive, correct? Also, is this an older brother or is this younger? News. Interesting. Sometimes when I like see what deck I'm supposed to use, I'm like, why that deck? And then I always end up finding out. Younger brother. Okay, and he moved out. So did he move like across country or did he just move? Like, do you have any communication with him? Like, when he moved out, did he move like super far away? Is what I'm wanting to know. Also, do you have any contact with him? Like, have you had any contact with him? Okay. Well, I'm already picking up on an energy where it's like something major happened. Let me set the timer. Something major happened within the family. Okay. I don't know if there was addiction or overspending or whatever this energy, because there's an energy that's around him. I don't want to say it's a demon, but I am going to say that it's a lower vibrational energy, and it does influence him to get very upset. So I'm wondering what the issues were or what the surrounding circumstance was when they really, Tyrone is the name of Northern Ireland, who is a legendary king. That is so awesome. Wow. So yeah, what was the circumstance when he moved out? Because I feel like a very stubborn energy coming from him, but it's not exactly coming from just him. It's coming from whatever. And I'm wondering, Phoenix Empress, if you picked up on this energy that's around him. It's like a chaos energy. Very chaotic. It causes him to be a little bit compulsive, and I feel like it causes him to make very rash decisions. That being said, that's why I was feeling like it pushes him to drink or take substances or do something to excess. It's not the spirit alcohol. You know what it feels like? It feels like some type of dead person. Yeah, I bet you picked up on this energy. Sometimes when people don't cross over, they want to experience what it's like to have a body again. So they'll jump in and out of a person's personality. And then that person will mistakenly think that that energy or entity is who they are. And that's what I'm getting with your brother when it's really not. If, you know, and I'm going to probably end up clearing this entity off of him. And hopefully he doesn't go around. Let me just ask, what was he doing when he attracted this? He was at a friend's house. You forgot a lot. He does weed. Okay. Yeah, weed is not really a bad thing. I don't feel like that is it. Okay. Let me just cross this thing over and then I want to pull cards because I don't, with this extra energy entity thing being there, And it is a deceased human. It's not like a demon or anything. But with it being around him, I feel like the cards would come out with that influence, and I don't want that. So just give me 1 second. Okay, your brother also has a heart wall up. Okay. All right, with that thing gone, now let's see what the cards say. Will he ever get in contact? Do you have any way to contact him? Is he like on Facebook or any type of social media? I feel like you should contact him because to be quite honest, whatever the issue was where he walked away, it seemed okay. I don't necessarily feel like well, I don't feel like he doesn't like you, Phoenix. I feel like he has something against your parents. And maybe it's something that he never told you about. Okay, it could be something that you don't know about. Doubt. I mean, to be honest, I don't think that there's anything that he could have done, even while being under the influence of this negative entity, which started around age 16 for him. I don't think that there's anything that he's done that's so bad that he can't come back from, even if he stole or whatever the issue was. But I do feel like he feels doubtful about the relationship, not so much with you working out, because again, it feels like it's a smoother relationship. You have his email, okay, cool. But it feels more of like he doesn't want to talk to his parents. Oh, good. I'm glad that you had an awesome day, fashionista. Amazing. Amazing, you guys. Yeah, I feel like there's definitely, when he had that heart wall up, which I did take down, of course, that doesn't stop him from putting another one up, but it feels like, well, he feels rejected. Okay. Even though you probably didn't reject him, I don't feel like he feels rejected from you. I feel like it's mainly coming from the energy of your parents. Also, I'm wondering if he ever like went and got diagnosed for anything. He might, and I can't diagnose anybody, but he might have some stuff. Is he your biological brother? He might have some stuff going on with him mentally. Forgiveness. Look at this. I think you should reach out to him when you're ready. I feel like he would be much more willing to, like, you feel afraid to contact him. You were the black sheep of the family. You made mistakes. Okay, so you feel like he's still mad at you. You know what? Forgiveness. I think that he's going to be forgiving. I'm getting more of a feeling of him being upset with your parents more so. I acknowledge that harboring resentments blocks the flow of love. Yeah, you could be doubting that he'd be able to forgive you. I don't feel like you are actually to blame. Um why I'm wondering if he was ever diagnosed with anything is because I do pick up that he's got a couple things going on with him. Oh, thank you. So let's see. But this has been a long time since you've talked to him. Like, that's what I'm getting. So if he was mad at you, he's possibly, you can always send him an email and apologize. That's surrender. Yeah, surrendering this situation to spirit. I would definitely pray for him. Um, and I get this kind of lonely feeling from him. And so I don't know if he's married or anything, but says I can release my need to control. Your parents fought over money a lot. Yeah, I was getting something with finances. And so but I don't get that that's your fault. You being a black sheep of the family is not your fault. I feel like he was also a black sheep of the family. And it could have just been that the situation was so toxic in the household at the time. do not blame yourself for this. This is not your fault. And I'm not trying to say that it's your parents' fault, but it's more of your parents' fault for, um, I want to say like outcasting him or making him feel like he's not welcome is what I want to say. So I'm wondering if he moved away, like far away, like across the United States, or, you know, regret. Yeah, you might as well reach out because you don't want to live with regret. And I bet that he regrets some stuff, you know. Um, when I was younger, I had a rocky relationship with my brother. My brother has autism. He's such a wonderful person though. I love him so much. So if he ever sees this, he knows that I love him. But he got sent away to like a boys camp, you know, well, what, you know, one of those like reform schools. And I just feel for him because, again, I don't think that that was the right decision, but I'm not my parents, so I can't do anything about that. But I will tell you this, that there was a very difficult situation with that, and my brother and I are very, very close now. And so, you know, when I go visit, I stay with him. And so, like, what I'm trying to say is that it doesn't matter how much shit's happened in the past, there can be, you know, forgiveness and a reform and everything like that. And I do feel like, you know, when you have family, it's worth it to invest, you know, unless that person is like so not good, but I don't get that energy from your brother at all. I get that he may also, you know, be regretting that maybe he didn't stick around. Well, I completely understand why he didn't, though. Perseverance. Yeah, he needed to persevere through something that was very difficult. So I definitely would not, I would go ahead and contact him when you feel ready to. And I feel like he would be much more willing to talk with you about things. I mean, you don't have to bring up the past. You could just be like, "Hey brother, I just want you to know that I love you, and I want you to know that regardless of the past, that if you would like, I would still love to be in your life. You know, we don't have to tell mom and dad or whatever the situation is. I respect your boundaries, but I love you and I want you to know that I'm here for you." I think that's just sending out a message like that would mean a lot to him, whether he decides to, you know, do I feel like he's going to come to a family gathering? I think, no, I don't think, I think he's very intimidated by your parents, to be quite honest. That's what I get. And I'm not really getting that there's anything that you really need to apologize for, but I would still just say like, I'm so sorry if I ever hurt you. Please forgive me and I love you and you are my family. Because it feels to me like if you don't at least speak what your heart is wanting to tell him, you may feel regret, and that's not a good feeling. I also feel like he does feel regret, but he blames himself for a lot of stuff that's really not his fault. Abundance, it has to do with money. I'm a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire into this physical reality. So I know that you're abundant, but you know, I don't feel like he feels like he's very abundant. He's got a major self-worth issue going on. That's what I'm picking up. This doubt card was not your energy, it was his energy. And then I also feel like the forgiveness. Do your parents talk to him? You do feel regret. Do your parents talk to him at all? If they don't, I feel like they're the ones that need to apologize, to be quite honest. Not to be rude, but and please don't take that offensively about your parents, but I feel like they were very hard on him for some reason. Even though you felt like you were the black sheep, it seems like he endured a little bit more of their toxicity is what I want to say. Empathy. Yeah, knowing that your brother is an empath is going to make it easier for you to reach out. because I think he'll be able to sense that, and you also have an understanding of seeing your parents from the angle that you see, because we all have our own perspective, right? But you guys both witnessed some of the same type of toxic things, and I feel like that, even though that's like a trauma bond, both of you guys are very empathic. Death in the reverse. See, it doesn't have to be an end. The death is what flipped out in the reverse. I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. And you could say, I just, want to know how you're doing. And, I know that you'll state it and they don't talk to him. I didn't think so. Yeah. That's why I was kind of getting, maybe you should message him, send him an email, say that, I love you. Please forgive me. It's like the Ho'oponopono thing. I love you, compassion, please forgive me. And then I hope that you're doing well. And I would be like, you can tell me anything, okay? Like, I would love to talk to you sometime. We can start talking through email. You could send your phone number. And then I would say, and don't worry, I'm not going to tell mom and dad. I won't tell anybody. This can be just between us. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's probably the way to go about it. And I'm wondering, like, because I don't see that your brother did anything like that can't be. I don't feel like he did anything that cannot come back from, like, but it's making me wonder what the hell is on, what is wrong with your parents? Humor. Yeah, you may want to, tell him about your life in the email, about where you're at spiritually, about bring up something, a funny memory, that type of thing. Focus on the lighter side of life. I feel like he's going to be more willing to open up to you. Yeah, he changed his number so that they can't reach him. Yeah, good for him. Good for him. But yeah, I would definitely be like, don't worry, I'm not going to tell mom and dad. Balance, because he needed to establish balance and he couldn't do that with your parents' toxicity. It almost feels like they bullied him for whatever reason. Maybe they wanted him to be or do something that he didn't want to do. Like, and this is why I feel like parents, because they give birth to their children, or because they, if this is not a blood sibling, whatever the situation is, a lot of time parents believe that they own their children like a piece of property, and that their children, that they can just disown them if the child doesn't want to do what they say. We don't own other people. That's like slave mentality. Okay. And so some parents don't realize that, though. They consider a child to be an investment, which is like a piece of property. And I get that, I don't know if they ever put him in a position to where they were like, pick me or your dad, like that type of situation. But I get that, they were not very fair to him. Kind of like they were not very fair to you, but it seems like it was worse towards him. They expected him to, follow after somebody's footsteps or do something that he just didn't want to do. I also get that, like, the balance is coming into union and being able to focus on the lighter side of things and being able to release. You don't want to live your life in regret. That's why I feel like contacting him. Look, purpose. He may find something out about speaking with you. He may find something about his purpose. I feel like your parents tried to dictate to him what his purpose was, and that's where they fucked up at. That's one of the main things that they messed up. But they completely destroyed his self-confidence and his self-esteem and his self-worth. And so I completely understand why he does not want to speak to them. But I do feel like if you make contact with him and he gets back with you, do not tell your parents. Your parents need to get it together. They need to work through whatever their issues are and not be projecting them onto him. He got into spirituality because you were into it. That is a great topic. That's a perfect topic for you guys to talk about. Purpose, adversity, and how you've overcome adversity. And he's probably going to share how he overcame adversity as well. I mean, I literally do not get a bad relationship between the two of you. I get the bad relationship is with him and your parents. For whatever reason, they really, and I'm not judging them in any way, but they really, you know, he's a free spirit. They came at him from all these different directions. And that's why I feel like, you know, obviously he wanted to run away, which is fear, which is completely understandable. You know, when your parents are making you feel like you're not enough the way that you are and that you have to do something to please them, like all of that is just nonsense. And so, yeah, I'm glad that he's living his life for himself. That forced him to do nails ever since they opened his store. Exactly. Yeah. And that's not something that he is into. It's like, you know, but you have very controlling parents. I mean, very controlling parents. So I understand the situation, but I do feel like he's holding on to a whole lot of unforgiveness and fear towards your parents. Love, but he does have love for you. He does have love for you. Do you have any other siblings? Yeah, I would definitely throw in there that, hey, you know, why don't we talk once a month or something like that? Or even through email, just throwing it out there. You can tell them about your spiritual journey and tell them that, don't worry, I won't tell mom and dad. That would be the most important thing, because he just doesn't want to be pulled back into their drama. And when you left the house, or because, you know, you moved forward, it's like he felt like he was abandoned and left on his own to deal with their issues, right? Which no child should have to deal with their parents' issues. Like, that's not cool. Service. You know, they made him feel like he had to work for them. Or it's the same thing as like conditional love. Like, I will love you if you blah 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 blah. Like, love comes with conditions with when it comes to your parents. So yeah, I would definitely, I think it would be good for you to reach out to him, you know, and give him some time to respond back, because he may think about it. But definitely in the email, say, I'm not going to tell mom and dad. You know, I love you, I care about you, and I want you to know that you're not alone. And, you know, and then you guys have spirituality, which is a commonality, which I think is a good thing. Discipline. Yeah, see, your parents disciplined him, I think, too much. They did it to the point where it pushed him away, which is something that they do want. See, the thing is they want him to come back, but they also want it to be under their conditions, like under their thumb. It's not ever going to be like that. They need to let go of that mentality, because they don't own him. Loneliness. And this is what I was feeling. I was like, I don't know if he is married or whatever, but I do feel like this loneliness energy, he does hold that. I know that I'm never alone. Letting him know that he's not alone. Yeah. I know you did, but you did the best that you could do, sweetie. You really did. Freedom. This is what he wanted. You did the best that you could do with the circumstances of you being young and going through the exact same type of thing with your parents. And, you know, there can be peace. I want you to release the guilt, okay? Because the guilt is not good for your health, but there can be peace. I would just give it a little bit of time and send him a message. If you've got his email, you know, and tell him that you're not going to tell mom and dad. And I would start up a relationship with him again, because your guys' compatibility is a high compatibility. It's like an 8, which means that you guys could have been potentially very close in the past. His compatibility with your parents is a 1. And so I feel like, you know, in a way, you need to protect him from your parents by being there for him now. And I think that that's going to be something that helps you not feel like you're living in regret. I wouldn't blame yourself. You know, if God has already forgiven you for the mistakes, everybody makes mistakes when they're young. You know what I mean? God's already forgiven you. He feels like he's to blame because he wasn't able to please your parents, which is an impossible task anyways. So yeah, I would definitely reach out. Yeah, right. He's 4 youngers and he's a Sagittarius. Sagittariuses are such good energy. This is probably one of my favorite zodiac signs. So yeah, I would definitely reach out. Absolutely. And then just make sure that you tell him that you're not going to tell your parents. And I think that he'll be more receptive to that. If he doesn't get back to you right away, it could be because he changed his email. But I think that if you pray on it, there will be an opening, you know, there will be a way. All right. You're Sag too. See, that is awesome. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, so we're going to see what comes through the cards. And just to let you guys know, if you have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 super chat with your question. I'll pause the collective reading and I'll answer your question. 8 of Swords. Yo. This is not even y'all's energy, but I think it's funny that this is the first card that came out. Restriction. So somebody is being restricted out of your guys' energy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goody on. What? 4 of Swords? Yeah, when I say restricted, they're being removed. Dang. Okay, so somebody's mentality, whoever this person is, death. Holy shit. Holy shit. Jail, funeral, death. What the crap is this? Well, I can tell you right now that somebody's mentality is restricting them when it comes to you. Also, whoever this other person is, they're in some type of trouble. Wow. Yeah, it's an end of an era. They need to put the past behind them. This person could be getting ready to go to jail or something. Oh, you're very welcome. It was my pleasure. It was my pleasure. Yeah, literally. You guys, this 8 of Swords energy is like somebody that has done something to imprison themselves. Let me ask another question about this situation really quick. Does this have anything to do with what I was thinking about earlier when it comes to, yeah, it does. Okay, so at some point, now I was majorly triggered earlier last night, because some entity showed up, and this entity, it wasn't here for me in a negative way this time, but the last time I seen it was not positive for me, because there was somebody that was trying to do a destiny swipe ritual, but they were using March 17th. And I guess this is coming up because this might be some type of common ritual that people do. Again, I'm not hip with what witches and warlocks do because I don't read the books that they do. But with March 17th, it carries the energy of luck, like good luck, good fortune, that type of energy. That's why the horseshoe is a symbol of good luck. 4-leaf clover is like a symbol of good luck. And there are other symbols of good luck, but those are the two that are coming to my mind. So this person, this is an end to their good luck. They could be about to go into jail. They could be, you know, being restricted, I should say. Yeah, Queen of Cups. Because they were doing this to a total sweetheart. You guys could literally be the Queen of Cups, or you could be pulling a Queen of Cups in. Which is like, it literally says on the card, the perfect wife and loving mother. The one thing about the Queen of Cups that I think is an illusion, though, is that people look at the Queen of Cups and that's sometimes all they see about somebody. They don't see the rest. The Sun. Okay, I would consider this card to be very good luck and good fortune. So it looks like whatever this was that was done in the past, you know, these people did this because they thought that you were not going to fight back. Or also, secondly, they did not think that you would find out about it. But they were doing something to exchange your luck for theirs, right? And they were being tested. And I'm getting that this was happening for 4 years. Okay, for the collective, 4 years, is that right? Yes. And then that's not with my situation, no. Okay, so again, so I can separate the energies. So somebody was doing something for 4 different years. 4 years in a row. They attempted it last night. Like when I picked up on it, oh, I was fucking pissed, dude. I got so mad. I was like, not again, not with this shit. I was like, there is no way that I'm going through another year of crazy bullshit. Um, yeah, so this, it would be interesting to see, because aren't we close to an equinox? Isn't St. Patrick's Day close to an equinox? There's some type of planetary transition going on here with the moon and the sun. And what I'm getting is that these people were playing on that transition to be able to exchange something, and they don't have the golden ticket. The star. They want, oh my God. I knew this was going to piss me the fuck off. These people were trying to, this is what they were after. Okay. They wanted your star ability, your talent, your good fortune, your abilities, your psychic abilities, your spiritual abilities. Again, something that's like not even a tangible thing. It's not a physical thing, but they also wanted like the money that comes along with your abilities, how to use them. Ooh, this person, confirmation, this person, they're going to wake up either today or tomorrow. They probably woke up this morning feeling this way, like a no talent ass having bitch. They're gonna wake up literally being like, what the fuck? I can't use this gift anymore, because it was not their gift. They were trying to exchange yours. That is so sad. Holy crap. That's why with the death and the moon there, they were being tested. And God has had enough. God's like, nope, this is over. Oh, this person is so pissed off. They're probably, because I didn't even get for sure it's physical jail, it's spiritual jail. Ooh, this person, this destiny blocking ass bitch. Oh my God. So if you were feeling for the past 4 years like your luck had been switched around, or that things were going in a shit direction and you couldn't get things off the ground, wow, it was this person. Not to blame it 100% on them, but it's like 99% them. And then however you knew this person, that's the only part that's on you. But like literally, this person, they have an item of yours, either a piece of your hair, a scrunchie, a t-shirt. They had something physically tangible of yours that they were like using spell work on, and now that item doesn't work anymore. Wow, you guys. Knight of Cups. Let me just ask a question, because this is still not the person. This person does not want you to find out who they are. They're dating a Knight of Cups right now. This Knight of Cups is looking at this person like they're like bewildered. It's like they're waking up from like being in some type of trance. And they're looking at this person like, what the fuck? Have I been with a troll the entire time? Yeah. Yeah, this Knight of Cups was with a troll. So this Knight of Cups, I'm not saying they're stupid, but they were under the influence of whatever this moon magic switcheroo crap is. And this exchanged your good luck. This was an attempt to mess with your psychic abilities and your love life, okay? To block your destiny. And it's not like this person is like, I'm going to block their destiny. They're just like, I want to have these gifts and abilities, and I want to do what that person does because it looks cool, and I want to be able to use their power. And so if you were feeling a pulling on your energy, yeah. And this person never ever thought you would figure this out or find out about it, but you're finding out about it now. It makes me so mad. Four of Wands. You guys could be completing projects, making milestones, helping the community. I also get that your abilities are here so that you can help other people do the right thing when it comes to their own life. Like there is a purpose behind everything. This person, obviously they had their reasons to do this switcheroo luck spell, but they did too much. Like I really think that God would have let this person slide if they only did it 1 year, but the fact that they did it 4 years and they were going to continue doing it to try to get all of everything that's in your destiny to have come to them, this is why they're in such trouble right now. And that's why those cards came out like that at the beginning. Dang. Okay, so what do we need to know about the Knight of Cups? The Knight of Cups is walking away from this person. Wow. They're like, I don't want to be with you. Could you imagine you guys just waking up one day and being like a spell cleared and being like, what the hell? Have I been living with a troll this entire time? How did I not notice? It's like giving me like, Fiona from Shrek vibes, like waking up one day and being like, holy shit, like you're green. Like you're literally a troll. Oh my God. And I love Fiona, okay? I love Fiona for Shrek. But yeah. This is also giving like Prince Charming energy. This person, they thought that they had the catch of the day as a metaphor, right? Like when the catch of the day is like the main fish of the day. They thought that they had the what is it called? These are all side players. Like they thought that they had the main person. Let's just say that. Dang. Wow. I couldn't even imagine being duped for this long. I would feel so stupid. I bet this Knight of Cups feels really, really dumb. Page of Swords. Yeah. These people are spying to see if this ritual that they have been doing for the past 4 years is working. I mean, this Knight of Cups does not know that they were a part of the ritual, okay? But yeah, this Knight of Cups does not know that this was being done. They're just waking up from it and being like, what the hell was going on? I couldn't even imagine. I mean, actually, I can imagine because I did wake up one day and realize what the hell's going on when I was married. But then I figured out it was witchcraft. Knight of Pentacles. I feel like there is a female energy that was doing this, but she's messing around with more than one person. This Knight of Cups has no idea about the Knight of Pentacles. And they're about to find out about each other. These people are not going to be happy. Well, they're not going to be happy with this. I guarantee it's a Queen of Wands. I'm literally picking up on her energy. She doesn't want to be seen, though. But her drama's coming out. Damn. What a weird bitch, dude. And I'm not trying to be judgmental. I take that back. Okay. Well, I can say that it's very weird and odd behavior. This person thought that they could keep these two different masculine energies from finding out about each other. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Judgment. And they would stay out of judgment. This person does not realize that they're not just up under judgment for being a cheating whore. Again, not me not judging this Queen of Wands person, but they were messing with both of these people for years, okay? 4 years. The funny thing is that this person thought that they were stealing something from you, and I get that they were taking a little bit of your energy, but these night energies, you don't fuck with these people. You would never fuck with these people. So whatever this Queen of Wands really thinks that she stole, yeah, she didn't take no emperor or anything like that. I feel like you guys are the emperor, but yeah, she was not able to do what she was trying to do. Let's just say that. She's up under judgment, though. Page of Cups. Oh my gosh. This is disgusting to me. Is this a child? No, this is somebody younger that she messes with. Okay, is the Page of Cups, this is now 3 different men, and this Page of Cups is somebody that's in their mid-30s. All right, interesting. Yeah, this Page of Cups energy, they could be an artist or something. This Knight of Pentacles, he probably didn't know about her having an affair with these other people because he works really, really hard consistently, even though he doesn't have a lot to show for it. King of Cups. So it does feel like there is somebody here that is of wise counsel to her. This could be her father, that basically said, I want to say, like, in a matter of ways of like, I know that you're talking to Jimmy, John, and Joe, and I think that you should either pick a side, choose one, or move on. So she did get a warning from somebody who is wise, who knows about her shit, that knows that she is a perpetual liar and a cheater. This King of Cups is a family member of hers. He didn't know about the magic that was being done, but yeah, he does know about these other people. And who in the hell puts people in positions like this? Like, she's putting these people in a position to fight each other, which is not cool. Hermit. You've been in hermit mode this entire time. This is why you've been able to complete projects. I also feel like if you have a dizzy or a vertigo type energy, call your energy and your power back to you, High Priestess. Okay? And cancel all soul ties, all soul contracts, God, we want to break whatever this is, whatever this spell work is. Again, because it is some form of destiny swipe, fortune swipe, good luck swipe, exchange. This person is in so much trouble. They have put you through a lot of, like, you could have been wondering why the fuck do bad things keep happening? Because this person was giving you their negative karma while they were trying to take your good karma, which is not a permanent thing. Like, it's not something that's even going to work 100%. And it's like not, it's not realistic. Let's just say that. Six of Cups. Yes, this person is her father. I feel like if she's got children with more than one person, that could be why these people are showing up. But this person, ooh. Okay, you need to ask for Spirit to show you who they are. Give you a sign. Because you guys are the High Priestess. That's what I know for sure. You go within. You always find the answers to the problems. But you could have been for like literally years now wondering why, when you keep doing good to others, why people are shitting on you. It was because of this one person. Not to blame them 100%, but like I said, it's like 99% their fault. And whatever they were doing at this equinox, spring equinox, or whatever this transition is, it was to take everything that you were growing, everything that you were working on, and to transfer it to them while they gave you their problems. This person is about to wake up like in an alternate dimension where they don't have anything. All of these people are going to want to run away from this person. And their father's going to be like, well, I told you so. I told you so. I told you not to play games. Ace of Wands. Yeah, you have all this creative energy. You're going to get this work that you do to others. It's going to help a whole community of people. You using your intuition and creating, well, it could be an oracle deck that you create. It could be a tarot deck you create. It could be a piece of artwork, anything that's inspirational. You're going to channel this energy. Oh, thank you. God bless you. Thank you for that donation. Yeah, you're going to channel this energy. It's like you work very, very hard. Anything that you put into motion, Spirit is going to back. Oh, this person is going to wake up feeling like they got totally duped. And all these other people, these other masculine energies are also going to feel like they got tricked. Ooh, they're going to be pissed off at this person. Wow. And I think it's funny how the person that's actually doing this has not even come out yet. They want to stay hidden. Let's uncloak them. God, let's uncloak them. Please and thank you. Queen of Wands. This is like, let's uncloak them. Queen of Wands. Oh my gosh. This biatch. They were trying to take everything of yours, from your beauty, your good luck, your good karma, dharma, which is basically your life's purpose, your star energy. Oh my God. And not only that, this person thought that they were going to play games with other men's, well, yeah, I would consider the Page of Cups to be a man, but yeah, other people's emotions and play with other people's hearts, and that they would be able to keep this ruse going like they're you. This person, they were trying to make you fat. What the hell? Oh my gosh, this person, there's going to be complete freaking reversal of whatever this was. This is a complete ending. Wow. Because you're showing up Empress, divine being, boss lady. You're also showing up Divine Mother as well. The world. So, yeah, Empress to the world. Mother Gaia. This Queen of Wands, they have no idea what they just did to themselves. They should have, and this is why, like, I feel like God would have been like letting them get away with it had they just done it 1 year. But this person tried to do it again and again and again. Interesting. Some type of sacrifice to take your star energy. That's so messed up. Ooh. When you figure out who this person is to you, this ex-friend, ex-coworker, whatever, cut them off. Do not talk to them. Block them. Okay? If this is an ex that you were dealing with, get them out of your energy. Don't allow them to have access to you. And then, I would also, God, we want whatever this person was using as some type of ritual item that belonged to the collective, neutralize that. Let's just unalive the energy that's in that. Because this Queen of Wands, what the hell? This is what just flew out like all sideways. Okay, the Four of Pentacles. This is your inheritance from God, the gifts that God gave you, that you came into this world with. Dang. Yeah, this person's not getting their hands on that. Wow. I really feel like all of your energy is coming back to you, all of your good karma, and you didn't miss out on opportunities. It just felt like it. You had to isolate yourself from this person because you knew that they were doing something to you. You could have cut them off like 6 months to a year ago, and they still been doing spell work on you. That is so fucked up. I would never, ever, ever in my life ever do this to somebody that I said that I cared about in the past. This person is a lying bitch. They never cared about you. There's no way. Yeah, they're completely blocked. When did they find out? Today. I'm serious. This person's finding out today. All of these people that they're sleeping with are going to come for them. And they're going to run home to their daddy and be like, Daddy. And this, King of Cups is going to be like, I told you not to play these men and play with these people's hearts. I basically told you that, to leave them alone. If you don't have any intention of being serious with them, don't play with them like that. She could have a couple children with some of these people, but not necessarily. For some people, for some of you guys, this will be somebody that does have kids. For some of you, it's somebody that doesn't. Either way, yeah, you cut them off. You cut this person off and you did the right thing. You did the 100% right thing. This is the only thing that you could have done. Because literally, ooh, this biatch. Whatever that was, tapping on the window. Stop it, little leprechauns. I'm serious. This freaking biatch. Oh my gosh. They literally caused you to go through a lot of suffering. And I feel like for me, that could have emotionally scarred you. The Queen of Swords is somebody that's been emotionally scarred and hurt. This Queen of Wands has no idea what they're about to go through. They have no idea. Like, they're finding out that this shit backfired right now, like today, but they have no idea. Because when they do their spell work, they also do something afterwards to use divination to make sure it worked. This person, if they contact you or try to come near you, call the freaking cops on them. Tell them, I would just be like, I know who you are. I know what you're doing. And I know what you tried to do. And God already knows about it. I already informed the Most High about it. And Archangel Michael. Because this person is going to come in, because whatever object that they stole from you or that you gave them or that they have that has your energy on it, they can't use that anymore. It's been wiped off. Like, the energy that attached to you is wiped off. So they can't siphon anymore. Now it's going to be a complete, total reversal of you getting your good fortune and everything that you need in life. This person was literally getting by living off of these other masculine energies and by stealing your good fortune. I'm not even joking. They were getting by for like 4 years doing that. Wow. That infuriates me, to be quite honest. Yeah, this entity that was just tapping on the window, it wants you to know that it's not here to fuck with you. It's basically being sent, but it's not going to do what this Queen of Wands asked. Wow. Seven of Wands, because you're defending yourself now. You figured something out about this person and you were like, yeah, I'm good. Keep it pushing. And you have every right to defend yourself because this person's trying to compete for your energy and your resources. Again, this person has a mental illness. They have a personality disorder, this Queen of Wands. And I'm not a doctor, but I can definitely pick up on the personality disorder. And this person was running around thinking that you're like, they had forgotten that they did this fucked up ass ritual. This person tried to steal your love life, the abilities that God gave you, the good fortune you have, the good karma you have, and all of the opportunities and experiences that were going to come to you. And this is why I dislike witches. I don't like witches, not the ones that do shit like this. I don't like them at all. Nine of Cups. This person was like literally getting their wishes fulfilled for 4 years. Now it's going to be a complete reversal of that. Who knows how many years this person's going to lose for. If they try to come towards you, they're wanting to get in your energy so that they can gain access to another object of yours or to something connected to you. You know, no, don't let them near you. But even if they did try to come around you and touch the hem of your garment, you know what I mean? This person, it doesn't matter what they do, even if they had a piece of your hair, okay, or something like that. It doesn't matter what they get their hands on. This spell work is not ever going to work again. This is time for you to live, you know, with no regrets in your Nine of Cups wish fulfillment energy. This is your turn. For some reason, there was a delay that was allowed to happen. And I think it was because if God would have blessed you with this humongous blessing that's coming in now, and that's going to come in, this Queen of Wands would have taken it or done something to destroy it. Okay. So I feel like because this person is now out of your life, you've figured out how to defend yourself spiritually, which was the lesson that you're learning, not to teach you a lesson like punish you, but to teach you how to defend yourself. That is the lesson that you are learning. Your dreams for the future are going to come true. This person, they are screwed. They may come in and ask for help. I would not give this person attention. I would not give them time. I would not give them pity, sympathy, because for the past 4 years, when you were struggling and suffering and wondering why, when you do everything right, why things still didn't work out, it was because of this person. So for me, I don't think I could forgive this person, and I would never want them in my energy ever again. And I would want them to go through exactly the same shit, being dragged through the fucking mud. Okay, which is what you had to go through, being dragged through the mud while this scum-sucking fucking bitch, I'm sorry for swearing, but this scum-sucker, bottom of the barrel person was walking in your likeness. That disgusts me. That makes me literally just like disgusted. And you could have been very frustrated with God, but this is what the Most High needed you to see, is that when you have people that are connected to your one's energy, she was taking that as you being willing to exchange. Like this person wanted to not only be you, they wanted to take everything from you so that they could see you go without. And now this person is about to be shunned by all of these people that they sleep around with. And they're going to be, all these people are going to sacrifice this person because they're all waking up from a spell. And now Archangel Michael's getting involved, which means that this person and their spell work, it is 100% blocked. They're not getting past Archangel Michael. You could have prayed for protection and been like, God, why does this keep happening? Why do I have to have these bad days? You could have had days when you were in bed, you were in pain, you couldn't get out of bed, you were feeling sick, you were depressed, you felt alone. That was all this person's fucked up ass energy. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's what they should have been going through. Like, seriously, this is what they're about to go through, though. So much worse than that. You're over here getting justice. Archangel Michael's going to make sure that everything balances out for you. You could be getting new opportunity, a new apartment, a new condo, a new place to live. While this person, you could have been struggling with homelessness and being unemployed and not having your needs met, and nobody in the government, nobody in any type of setting was willing to help you. People were coming to you and asking you for money when you couldn't even support yourself. That is fucked up. And now this person, this Queen of Wands, is about to be thrown away, casted into the fucking garbage. They think that because they sleep with so many people that they have all these resources, but they're at the end of their rope. God will give you enough rope to hang yourself if you want to, and that's what this person's doing. Not like physically, but they will be doing that type of action. This Five of Pentacles energy, this Queen of Wands feels like you should continue for the rest of your fucking life, and they were going to continue to do this bullshit, you know, exchange luck on March 17th or around the spring equinox type spell work. They were going to continue to do this for the rest of their fucking life so that they could use the gifts and abilities that you were born with. I'm not even joking. This person has no talent. They're a nobody. Okay? They're a nobody. They have no talent. They are not a star. The only shine that they ever had came from you, what they stole. Ooh. And this person was trying to make you fat on top of taking everything and making you sick, and I don't even, you know, usually I have compassion for people that have mental illnesses, but this person, they have a personality disorder. They were trying to force you to have a personality disorder. They wanted your life to be their life and their life to be your life. And now the higher realms have gotten involved, and this person is being kicked out. They're going to go to their father and ask for a place to live. And this King of Cups is going to say, no, I'm not giving you money. I'm not helping you out. You know, the help that I had for you, you didn't respect and you didn't listen to. This bitch did not listen to the help that was given to her. When her father told her, stop playing these fucking men like they're some type of instrument, stop playing with their heart, stop using these children or whatever the hell she was doing over their heads, stop fucking with them. This person decided to go on with their bullshit. Now they're going to be completely blocked from ever getting a home. I'm serious. If anybody allows this person, this Queen of Wands, to live with them, they will become homeless themselves. That's why you have to be very careful who you keep an open door to. But yeah, this Queen of Wands was trying to use your spiritual gifts to live and survive and make money while you were at home sick with their fucked up ass problems. And this is why when you find out that stuff like this is being done, you have to call it for what it is and say, I cancel and rebuke this person. First of all, if you don't have children, I'd be like, I didn't have any children. Why am I getting negative karma from this person's children? Absolutely not. And then state your name. They are who they are. I mean, now that the higher realms have gotten involved, but yeah, this was to teach you how to protect yourself, how to defend yourself, so that you don't end up in the Five of Pentacles, homeless, unable to have resources, being on the street, being a fucking beggar. And this is what this Queen of Wands was working at towards the entire time. That's what they were. And they feel like they successfully stole your luck. The Eight of Cups just flew out. Yeah, this Queen of Wands, you're the Queen of Cups. She does not want to walk away from doing this spell work. She's going to try to redo this thing like tonight because she knows that it didn't work, whatever she did last night. She's going to try to redo it again. She wants this Ace of Pentacles that's yours. This is coming from God. Like, let's see this person steal from God. I want to see somebody try to do that. And then this 10 of Pentacles, that's yours. This bitch is going to be in the Nine of Swords with Satan's ass. I'm serious. The exact energy that she had put on you, she's going to be stuck with for a very long time. And the devil does not care about this person. You know, she's still stuck in the illusion, stuck in her shadow side. She's never going to balance her darkness. That's crazy. You guys, you've like literally overcome something major here. Again, all of those times that you cried yourself to sleep and you couldn't figure out why things were not working out for you and why things would not move forward, that was this person. How fucking dare them? They better stay away from you. Because literally, you have every right, like, and I don't condone physical violence, but this person, they piss me off. You have every right to defend yourself and to defend your home and your property and your career. This person is about to take an epic fall. They're about to fall off a cliff. Yeah, and they have to give up. They have to literally walk away from a job that they were doing that was supposed to be yours. Well, it wasn't supposed to be because you didn't miss out on anything, but this person thought it was. 10 of Swords in the reverse. Look, because this person's going to go right back to doing the spell work tonight, I would pray Psalm 91, be in communication with God and say, absolutely not. This ends now. This should have never gone on this long, but now that I understand what's happening, I will not allow it. I will not suffer not another year of hardships because of this person. I sincerely, with all of my heart and soul, wish that you never met this bitch. I'm serious. 10 of Swords in the reverse, she's not going to face her problems. And they won't go away on their own. She's going to have to find some way to resolve them, and you are not the answer. Okay? It says a long period of trouble and suffering, ends with courage and hard work. This person's going to have to become courageous and figure out how they're going to overcome the devil that they called upon. It also says that they're in an intellectual rut. This person can't create anything. They suck. They need to open themselves to new ideas, look for ways to stretch their imagination. The answer to their problems is inside them. Wow. Wow. Well, the answer to everybody's problem is inside us all. But 3 of Swords in the reverse, this Queen of Wands, do not communicate with them. It says someone protects their feelings instead of telling the truth. One person in a relationship will be tempted to betray the other. That's what I'm saying with these men. This person's got themselves in a freaking messy ass mess. Oh my gosh. Flaws in a relationship are overlooked because the positive aspects are worth keeping. Ew. Barf. Contented and happy with their relationship. This person sees no need to change anything. They were happy with your destiny. They were happy with your clout, your fame, your energy. They feel no need to change anything. That is their biggest problem. And they were warned by their own father. I mean, seriously. You didn't even have access to somebody that was wise like this person did. Like, that's pathetic, dude. This bitch is not ever going to live in your journey. They're not ever going to do this work that you do because they don't have what it takes. They don't have integrity. This work that you do takes integrity. This person doesn't have integrity. They don't even have a good intention for anybody, for anyone, not just you. And this person is completely fucked up. Wow. What else do we need to know before we go? Yeah, these spirits are pissed off, man. I don't know how she did it, with what book, with what spell, but she involved other people in trying to do this. All these people are going to be stuck in the 9 of Swords and depression. 5 of Swords. They're going to say, oh, I did it to put myself first. Why couldn't this person just go towards their own destiny? Why did they feel the need that they had to steal your good fortune? Make it make sense. Do you think that God is going to give a fuck that this person illegally tried to strip you of everything that God already gave you? No. The divine realm does not care. This person did something illegal, and they may get caught up. They may get called out by another higher, like a judge or something. They may get called out for being caught up for literally doing spell work on you. They may literally get caught up for that. They also tried to pass off a large body of work that was yours. I'm talking about like a book, a bunch of writings, a bunch of art. They were saying that it was theirs, and there is a whole community of people that know that this person's a liar. Wow. And that they were doing something illegal. This Queen of Wands thought that they were like putting the last nail in the coffin here, and they would forever be able to live in your journey, to live in your destiny, to live in your truth, and to take what's yours. No, absolutely not. And I don't expect you to forgive this person. From what I can see, it would be nearly impossible, you know, later on in life, once you've gotten past how much shit you had to go through because of them. But nobody, I would not wish this experience on my worst fucking enemy. And I don't even have enemies like that. But I would straight up not wish this upon anybody. I would not wish that upon anybody. What this person did to you, I would never wish that upon someone. This person is evil, 100% wicked, demonic, evil, and disgusting. Yeah, if they contact you or try to come around you or show up at your house, the answer is no. I would straight up be like, I know what you did. I know for how long you did it, and you're going to get everything that you did, that I had to suffer through. You're going to go through it, and you're going to cry out to God, and nothing is going to answer back. I would be like, when you cry out, like all the times that I had to cry myself to sleep, wondering why the shit did not work. Is legal action a good idea? Yes, I do feel like if you have any type of evidence against this person, because they did do something very illegal, I would take them to court and sue them. And if they don't, and don't just think like, oh, well, they're broke, they don't have money. No, they can go make money. They can either go to fucking prison or they can go make money to pay you back. I mean, death spell after death spell after death spell. For what? You never did anything to this person. Not at all. 3 of Pentacles. This bitch wanted to influence. They wanted to look good in front of a bunch of people. And while you're over here actually benefiting the general public, this person just wanted to look good. That is so sick. Okay, God, what is the lesson? What do we need to know? With this situation, you're here to heal people. This person's not a healer, they're a fraud. And a liar and a cheater. Strength. Okay, you are so much stronger than this person. You need to know your own strength at this time. And know that when this, I would be like, God, backfire it before she does it. Whatever she's cooking up now that she's going to do next, backfire it. Leprechauns, everything that has to do with St. Patrick's Day and luck and the spring equinox. I'm informing everything in heaven, in hell, and everywhere else in all dimensions about this Queen of Wands, what they're doing, what they're attempting to do, and what they're going to continue to try to do. And I just want to make sure that everybody is in agreement that this person is not, they are not to move forward. They are not to get not one more lick of happiness off of my suffering. Absolutely not. See, you're loved by God. This is what this person wants. They want the love that comes from God. This person's going to be begging for grace and mercy. Yes, they could be a coworker begging for grace and mercy. Let's get the likes up, you guys. They're going to be begging for it. And the grace and mercy was the 4 years that they did the shit, that they had every opportunity to stop doing it. That was the grace and mercy. There is no more grace and mercy. If you extend a cup of love to this person, they're going to just take your energy and take your destiny all over again. That's why you can't. You have to say no to them. And it may hurt you to do that, but I guarantee what this person put you through hurt so much fucking worse than you saying no to them. 7 of Swords. Yeah, they're about to figure out that there is only one answer to this problem, and it's, I don't even know if they go repent. God is not going to take this person serious if they try to go repent. I can tell you that right now. That is basically off the table. They've got to go through everything that they put you through. And they may lose a business. If they got a business off of you, this person may lose a position in a business. They may lose a position. They may lose a physical, you know, if they own a store, a company, whatever, a product, they may literally lose that, all of it. And this house that they were like trying to live the high life off of you, that is crazy. This person could have just gone towards their own destiny and things would have worked out for them, but I guess you just were too shiny. You look too good. People, you know what it is? People favor you over this person. They've always liked you better than this person. Okay. And this person is like second fiddle, and they're always going to be second fiddle. They'll never be the lead character in anything. Their time for being the lead character is now up. It's over. It's your time to shine. It's your time to win. This person's going to be crying and in regret, but they're not going to be in regret because of what they put you through. This person has no idea. They have no idea, not yet, the amount of suffering that you went through at their hands. They have no idea. They're just in regret that there is no spell work that they can do to fix these relationships that they had. There is no spell work that they can do to take your luck and your good fortune. There's nothing that they can do. It's over. It really is. They're going to have a lot of regrets, but again, whose fault is that? Oh, this Queen of Wands is going to be so pissed. So continue to protect yourself, you guys, because this person is going to try, after they try to, and success, after they get no success and fail and fail and fail and fail at trying to take your destiny again, they're going to go trying to do other types of witchcraft on you, and you're going to be protected by Archangel Michael, and it's going to hit this person immediately because there's no grace and mercy that the universe is going to show them. There is none left. I'm not even joking. It's going to hit them immediately. Every time they try to hex you, it's going to be hexing them. Wow. Okay, let's get a conclusion. What do we need to know? Yeah, the cup of love stays with you. You're not giving it away to anybody. And I would not include anybody in your intellectual projects. You don't need a coworker. You don't need anybody in on what you're working on. It's nobody else's business. This person is a fucking thief, and that is all. Four of Cups. And what are they going to say to God? That they did, that they put you through this amount of, this is like, to me, what this person was doing to you is just as bad as in Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat, when Joseph's brothers get jealous of Joseph and sell him into fucking slavery. Like, yes, you grew from the situation just like Joseph did and went on this amazing journey, but this person, they did something that's equally as horrific as selling you into fucking slavery or sex trafficking you. They literally did something so fucking bad, and they don't understand that. And they're going to say, what are they going to say to God? That they did it because they were bored, that they had nothing better to do. They weren't happy with their own destiny. They didn't like their own life. I don't think the divine realm gives a shit what this person likes and doesn't like. They're going to have to go through what they put you through. Since they want to be in your destiny so bad, they've got to go through everything you've ever been through, which includes the shit that they did. And we're going to see if they survive it, because you have protection from death magic rituals. This bitch, do you think that she's protected? Do you think that she has extra protection from all of this death magic and graveyard crap that she's been doing? No, she doesn't have any protection. This person's ancestors have abandoned her. Three of Cups. While you're going to be over here celebrating having a harvest, this person was stealing your fucking harvest. You were working your ass off and getting nothing from it. That is unforgivable. I don't think that I could like just be like, oh yeah, I forgive you. I'd be like, no, burn in the pits of hell, bitch. And when you die, you better keep your dead ass soul the fuck away from me, because I will make sure that you go directly to hell. That is what I would literally do to this person. I would literally send the ass to hell. But yeah, Archangel Michael is completely protecting this harvest. This person's not going to touch it. They're going to have to sit there and watch God prepare a table before you right in front of this person's face, with the whole name tag and everything, with your name on it right on the table. And this person is not included. Wow. The Lovers. They're also going to watch you be able to live, because again, part of what this destiny thieving shit was about, was taking a twin flame union from you. This bitch is a cheating hoe bag. They are not worthy of a twin flame. That's why they're not ever going to have that. They're going to watch you be happy with a lover for the rest, if they want to watch you, for the rest of your life. This person will never have it doesn't matter how many people they sleep with, none of these people will love this person. They will experience only unrequited love for the rest of their life. That's what they get, though. This is why you don't do things like this to people. And this person has no emotional depth. They don't have the ability to love anybody, not correctly. This is why they're never going to draw in. They don't have the ability within themselves to love themselves. This is why they'll never draw in somebody that will truly love them. These men will, just stick D inside this person and bang them up, rough them up, and walk away. And that's all they're going to experience is abuse and being used. Because that's what they wanted for you. They wanted everybody to turn away from you. They wanted you to smell bad. Like, I'm not even kidding. This bitch wanted so many bad things that it's like, it's unbelievable to me. That's why I feel like, just like, oh my God, I can't believe that she tried to do this again. Wow. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, she's like, she could be saying, well, they don't have a child. You could have children, but if you don't, this person could be like, they don't need these resources. I'm sorry, but yes, you do. You do need a home to live in. You do need a place to live. You do need your job. You do need to be rewarded for your own work. And if you don't have a child yet, you could have a child in the future that you're going to leave a legacy to. Who the fuck does this person think that they are to say that, oh, because they don't have whatever. This person could have been telling other people that you're an unfit mother. You've got to be joking. Just because you don't have kids or something. Whatever this is about, this person is about to look like the piece of shit that they are. Yeah, if you ever get any evidence of this, I would take them to court. I would literally, I don't care how broke they are. I don't care if they file for bankruptcy. They can either pay it back, restitution, they can pay it back with money, they can pay it back with blood. They'll have to figure it out, whichever way they want to pay. Two of Cups, because you're the one that's got the soul contract. The Lovers and the Two of Cups. Yeah, you're here to possibly bring in a light worker baby, like a chosen starseed child. And your love union is an ascension. It's an ascension pathway, which means that you coming together with your twin flame and this person, they wanted to take that from you. They delayed the shit for 4 fucking years. Enough. Page of Wands. Yeah, because I think that this person, they do feel responsible for someone. This could be a younger sibling or it could be a child that they had with one of these people. But they do feel responsible for somebody. And this person is a horrible person. I would never want them to have children. Yeah, 3 of Wands. Like, you're working on moving forward. You're going to move away. You're probably going to move away from this person. You're going to move on. You're going to go live your life. And literally start a business, start a new business. This person's not going to be a part of any of that. If they try to come towards you, I would literally get a restraining order. I would go straight to the police. I'm serious. Keep this person out of your energy. Do not allow them to have access to you in any type of way. Yeah, because you guys, are in the energy of the Emperor. Forget that this person's old, but literally, or they look old. You have managed to overcome something that was so major, this competition, because of witchcraft, because of this person's baneful magic. You had to compete? No, absolutely not. Compete for what? Also, these police officers, if you do take this to court, these police officers are going to be like, yeah, no, you were doing all of this identity theft, fraud, impersonation, bullshit on the collective because you wanted to compete with them, and that is all. They're going to be judged very harshly by a King of Swords. Very harshly. and you're going to be in the 10 of Cups. This, I think it's going to be hilarious the next 24 to 48 hours, where this person's going to be sitting around waiting for your blessings to flow to them like usual, and they're going to be dead ass cut off. This person's most likely going to reach out to you or try to contact you, and I would just make sure they're blocked on every social media. And I would be like, you know what? I just don't have the emotional capability within myself to forgive you, and that is what it is. And this person's going to be sitting around waiting for your blessings to come to them while they're in the Tower. And they're going to try to go to a religious institution, maybe get baptized, maybe go to a cult, a coven, a secret society, something. They're going to, and this Hierophant group is not going to help this Queen of Wands. I'm serious. The same energy that you were just in, this Queen of Wands, that was her energy the entire time. That's the energy she's going to be in the upcoming years to come, which means that when you went to go to the government for help and assistance because you didn't have a place to stay, when you were struggling, not even able to keep clothes on your body and food in your mouth, and you're doing everything fucking right, this person, when they go to get help, they're not going to receive it. Two of Wands. Yeah, this is opening up for you to move forward. The world is your oyster. Whatever you dream for, whatever you wish for is going to come true. And you deserve that. You deserve to have the next rest of your life, I should say, complete happiness and bliss. That's what you deserve. This Knight of Wands energy, this is all that this stupid person is going to have. People that leave her. Queen of Pentacles. And you're going to remain abundant. And she's going to be like, well, I thought that it was working. I thought that this other spell, well, let me just tweak the spell. Let me just do a different spell. There is no spell that's ever going to get past Archangel Michael. It's not going to happen. The resources should have always been in your hands because you will do the right things with them. This person had the resources and she squandered it. All right, let's get a conclusion. The amount of suffering that you went through is so upsetting to me. It is so disturbing to me. The amount of things that you went through is so emotionally disturbing to me that I just have to kind of end the reading because it's like, it is so disturbing to me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wheel of Fortune. This is your time to shine. You're getting the Wheel of Fortune. This person, they're going to be so pissed off when they see you succeed. They're going to be so mad, yo. Oh, well. Oh, well. You are about to come into something beautiful, my dear. And you are so worthy of that. Okay. Let's get one more card. What else do we need to know? Oh, I also feel like somebody else didn't come out here that was a part of doing this ritual that helped this person. That person's also going to be up shit's creek without a paddle. Six of Swords. If you have a chance to take this person to court, sue the pants off of them. I don't care if they file for bankruptcy, who gives a fuck? I would say, look, judge, I don't need an apology letter. There's nothing that this person could ever say to me that could erase the years of suffering and struggle and adversity that I went through at the hands of them and their villainy. What if that's a word? Their wickedness. Like, there's just nothing. Yeah, you're going to remain a Nine of Pentacles. This person's not going to be able to get up. They won't be able to stand on their own 2 feet. Nobody's going to want them around. Everyone's going to think that they're ugly and smelly. And this person is going to gain all of the weight that they tried to put on you. They're going to gain it all within a couple of months. While you're over here getting fame, this person is going to carry their own cross and they're going to die on it as well. And you may get a message from the courts saying that something is over, that this person lost a business, lost a home, lost whatever. But yeah, you just need to know that you're divinely protected and that you don't have to carry this person's burdens anymore. And what happened to you was not fair, but God's going to find a way to make it okay. Just know that God loves you and God is finding a way to make it okay. Eight of Wands. It's going to put you at a crossroads, but you're okay with that. You're okay with moving in a new direction. Crossroads is not always a bad card. It's only a bad card if you're going there to meet a demon. But this talks about situations having a resolution. I don't think that this person could have anticipated the universe intervening on your behalf. But because you learned how to defend yourself, It's kind of like when you love yourself, others will love you. When you defend yourself, others will defend you. There will be others that come to your defense. You may have somebody contact you and tell you what this person was doing to you. I feel like you're going to be like, yeah, I already know. I already know what they were doing. It's you knowing what they were doing is not going to change the outcome of the situation for them. So I feel like they just need to let it go and move forward. I also think that this person, they don't have the emotional capability to be sorry, because their jealous, envious spirit that's within them will not allow them to repent. Like, I'm serious. This person is going to possibly go to jail. And that's very unfortunate. If they have a child, they're losing custody of that, which they should have never had no child. But again, I'm not the one dictating who gives birth and who doesn't here. So yeah. Also, you should just be satisfied knowing that this person will never be loved for the rest of their life. Not by their own children, not by a man, not by a woman, not by the devil, not by anybody. The devil is going to do this person so dirty. They should have never tried to sacrifice you. And this is why I feel like people that do this type of stuff, they have it coming. They really do. This person's going to have a very fun time sitting in prison. They don't need to worry about paying rent. They're going to jail, and they're going to hell, and they're going to cause these masculine energies to fight each other. This is what this bitch does. She incites violence. And remember, we started with jail, funeral, death, ending, and the moon. That is a complete fail of a destiny swap. This person, they're going to be in regret for the next 4 years. But until they understand that what they're going through, you already made it through and you survived it, I don't think this person's going to survive it. They may end up taking themselves out. That's unfortunate. But that has nothing to do with you. That's not your fault. They're going to have the worst luck possible. And like when they go to court, they're going to get denied for housing. They're going to get denied for disability. They're going to get denied for everything that they asked for. And they're also going to have their business, their title, and everything stripped away from them. This person is about, like, I'm serious. The amount of suffering that you went through was so inappropriate and uncalled for. This person is going to go through all of that. Crazy. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. God bless you. Okay, so remember the 2 links to the books that are in the description box below. The Truth of God is an advanced intuitive living workbook. This will change your life, you guys. If you're interested in developing your spiritual abilities and tapping into God, go back to the beginning of this reading where I go into depth about this. Also, if you want to learn to read cards for yourself and for others, Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells is the book for you. And like I said, you could do it just in order because it goes through the major arcana cards. Also, the original Rider-Waite deck, this exact one, is in the description box below. That's what you want to use with this book. But this book will teach you how to read cards for yourself and others. If you're interested, go back to the beginning of this reading, and because I read from this book and I explain everything about it, okay? All right, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you for spending your time with me. Know that this situation is going to turn itself around and your life is about to get way better. So I am so happy for you. Good job learning to protect yourself. Know that God has got you. Continue to pray, though. Yeah, it was 4 years. Crazy. That's crazy. All right, you guys, thank you for liking the video, sharing the content, tapping the notification bell. If you see the hype button, hit that hype button. I love you guys so much. Peace be with you. Remember, I do have another platform called the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? All right, God bless you. Good. What could have been your ex-neighbor? Exactly. Oh my gosh. Exes, they X'd out. All right, you guys. Bye.